I often teach about superpowers. Usually we're talking about energy, how we can use our energy, or how rather, not our energy, how we can use energy to solve impossible problems, to do things that everyone says are impossible. So we're talking about that here, but when you bring that super energy capacities together with consciousness, which is wisdom, and spirit, which stops us from being arrogant and thinking that we're the answer, and enables us to find our place in the coherence of all life, then what you have is something that people who manipulate energy don't understand. They're actually terrified of it because it is the thing that is more powerful than anything else. They're terrified of healing because healers have access to this. They're terrified of spirituality, true spirituality, not very organized, like where you have religion organized in such a way that people can easily be manipulated, which does happen. They're not really afraid of that. That's fair game. But true inner spirituality, that unbreakable spirit of a human being, that's a very scary prospect for somebody who is abusing power. So to me, it's quite obvious. We have all these skills and capacities and talents and networks and money and material resources, all which we bring with us and continue to grow. And at the same time, we sow into that a growing capability with energy, a growing capacity for making wise decisions, and a growing spirit, just pure life, just life desire, just this absolute desire to be alive, to experience life. That is potent. Okay, so let's take a little time and explore these from the inside, shall we? So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and sit back and make yourself comfortable. Breathe into your lower belly and allow yourself to let go of all the words now, because we are entering direct experience. You may have been experiencing it through the transmission in the words. Let's now pay attention to the space between the words, to the pure energy. And I'm going to show you a very easy way to experience that underlying love, which is the energy of all of life. Usually when we want to experience love, we try to generate it from within ourselves, and it can easily get heady. But let's recognize that we are each a part of life, and that life itself is love. It's an expression of love. And therefore that love doesn't need to be generated. You're already a part of it. You're connected with all of it, with all of life. There are no gaps. So that little piece of you that you experience as a separate being is overlapping with and touching all other energy, because there are no gaps. So allow yourself to experience directly the sharing of life with you, life being you, life expressing love through you. Not a love that you have to drag from inside your own heart, but a love that is pulsing through you, animating you. And allow yourself to be receptive, to be open to the love that is life, that loves you and is you. The love that is both holding you and enfolded through you. And the energy, the bundle of energy that you are. That each one of us is. The energy that's in between us all. The vast empty spaces that aren't empty. The energy that makes up all the material bodies of the universe and all the space and beyond. All of it life pulsing, life living through those bodies, through that space, through you. Love expressing itself as you. And instead of trying to feel love, you may feel it anyway or you may not. Simply allow yourself to be love. So through your being, love is shared, love is expressed, love makes itself available. Through your work, you are expressing love. Through all the activities of your life, you are life expressing love through you. Feel the richness of the resources that are now available to you. Not just what you can see with your 5 senses. The power of life, the power of creativity, and let's take a moment just to see the contrast between trying to manipulate this kind of energy and playing with it, expressing it. Just take a moment and imagine if you wanted to try to force this energy to get a specific outcome, to make you more powerful or more successful or more something. Just feel for a moment what that's like. What happens to you and what happens to other people if you try to force this energy? And now let's see what happens if you give yourself permission to express this energy. to be it, to share it, to be an expression of it through your individual form and your individual choices. Now you begin to experience the power of energy. When you are ethical in your expressing of it. You can see the resources that you can bring to your personal narrative, your personal future and our collective future. Now let's bring in the power of consciousness. Just open up to the sense of awareness, this very expanded capability that you have to source information, to put little feelers out, if you like, to look for answers, look for solutions, look for whatever you need in any moment. It's extraordinary capacity for awareness that continues to grow throughout your life. And let's tune in to the experience of making decisions based in that awareness, in the full knowledge that your decision will change reality. So you take responsibility in your decision making. Can you feel the power of consciousness? This simple moment of a decision, informed through awareness. With an impact on reality. Can you see the power of wisdom? Wisdom is an expression of consciousness. It's what happens when you are truly conscious. You must make wise decisions. Let's imagine for a moment the people around you, your family, your friends, your colleagues, your clients, your community. Imagine what would happen if they all start to make wise decisions every day. Let's turn our attention now to the very powerful members of our societies, our governments, our media, the people who lead large institutions, the organizations that crave power and pull strings. See if you can imagine for a few moments what would happen if they started making wise decisions. Sourced in that energy of love. Coming to decisions with the ability to tap into a very expanded awareness. with full responsibility for the consequences of their decisions. And now we're going to come to you as an individual. Each one of us surrounded by so many powerful organizations and networks and systems, many of them influencing us without our even realizing. Each one of us so small. And see if you can access inside you that spirit, that flame that burns with such a desire for life, with such a willingness to engage, with such a power to do the impossible. And feel how that spirit within you is an expression of the spirit that is the creative power of life. And when you bring your spirit together with consciousness, and with a deep appreciation and knowing of energy, the life force as love, and when you bring that into combination with the shaping and creating of a new narrative, a new story that transcends the current story, the current trajectory, that says we can live better than this. Human beings are so much more than what we're seeing right now, and we're going to demonstrate it. And feel the power of being a part of a group. Still a unique individual with your unique energy field and consciousness and spirit, connected with the rest of us and connected with all energy, all life, no gaps. It's almost like you can feel the heartbeat of humanity and how each of us is a cell of that body of humanity, has the power to influence the entirety. Let's stay with this moment. And feel how we are beating the heart of humanity, breathing the breath of humanity. living the life of humanity. Each one of us and the collective of us. Feel how easy it is for there to be coherence and harmony right at the core of our lives. So let's bring this energy, consciousness, spirit as we move forward in our individual and collective stories. Let's take a couple of moments now to come back into our normal waking consciousness, not losing touch with where we are now, but bringing it with us. We're capable of experiencing this and also operating on the surface at the same time. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. I'd like to say thank you very much to all of you for being here. This moment in time that we've had together, and let it express itself fully into our lives. I'm sure that you can already feel the collective weaving of what we're doing. We're already doing it. And this kind of energy will change the decisions that you make for the better. It's a very beautiful, wild place inside you.